Dr. Byran Acheampong gave Kennedy Agyapong 5 million Ghana cedis as he persuaded him to step out to campaign in the 2024 election after the last NPP primaries. In an interview on Acheampong, Pius Hajide, who was praising his boss's unifying ability, said following the last NPP presidential defeat, Kennedy Agyapong appeared reluctant to step out to campaign for the NPP, and it took Byran Acheampong to persuade him to go out and campaign, including offering him 5 million Ghana cedis. Byran Acheampong doesn't have a problem with anyone in the party. He has no problem with Dr. Bawumia. He has not said that if he doesn't win, he will stay in the party and frustrate him. So, if Byran wins, if Byran wins, it won't be difficult for Byran and his supporters to bring others together. He doesn't have a problem with Kennedy Agyapong too. In fact, after the 2023 primaries, when Kennedy lost, Byran Acheampong convinced him to go out there and campaign. He told Kennedy that maybe you are coming out of a contest, so maybe you are not financially stronger. So he gave Kennedy 5 million Ghana cedis and said, take this and step out to campaign. Now, to be fair to Kennedy, he had just come out of a campaign. So asking him to go out and campaign, maybe he didn't have the money. So Byran gave him 5 million Ghana cedis to help him go out and campaign. Now, my brother, my sister, Kennedy Agyapong told us right from the beginning, whether he won or lost, he was not going to campaign for Bawumia. He made it clear. Because the two of them seemed to be at each other's necks. Kennedy Agyapong made it clear, my brother, my sister. When he even was heard speaking loudly to assumably the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, on phone, when he told him he would give him a showdown because he had realized that he was being cheated. It took so many party members to restrain him from his vituperation. My brother, my sister, Kennedy had made it clear, me and Bawumia are 2 poles apart. Where Bawumia goes, I don't go. He believes in things that I don't believe in, though we belong to the same party with the same political ideology. We have a departure point. He made it clear. During his campaign, he told everybody that he will not entertain people insulting Bawumia from his camp. And we saw how he kicked out a radio presenter, a TV presenter, after he insulted Bawumia. But Kennedy seemed to be principled. He made it clear that in case he lost, he would not go on the platform of campaign for Bawumia. So when we finally saw him campaigning for Bawumia, I was one of the first people to come out and condemn the unprincipled Kennedy Agyapong. The unprincipled Kennedy Agyapong. We supported you because we felt that you were quite principled. You made it clear ahead of the primaries that should you lose, you will not go on the campaign platform for Bawumia. You made it clear. And all of a sudden, you were on the campaign platform after you lost. But again, they say it's only a fool who cannot change his mind. In fact, when I came on radio and I threw all the energy against Kennedy Agyapong for going back on his words, he called me on the phone. How he got my number, I have to find out from him. Said, Blakk Rasta, I hear you on radio saying things and I agree with you. But I cannot talk on the phone. I need you to meet up with me if you have time, so that I will explain to you why I decided to go back on my words. I said, all right. So we found time to meet. And what did he say? Point blank. It's a party. I might be as angry as hell. Tomorrow, if I need somebody like Baomia to also stand by me and campaign for me, he couldn't say no, because I also supported him. That's why I am on. Nothing more. My brother, my sister, I didn't agree with him totally, because principle is principle. There is no day I will need Baomia to campaign for me if I were Kennedy. This is a man who has a strong penchant for lie telling. He is a man who doesn't seem to have any virtues. Why do I need a liar on my campaign trail? Why do I need a man who has failed the Republic of Ghana after being in power for 8 years to campaign for me? If I were any member of the NPP, never would I allow somebody like what's his name? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Ken Ofori-Atta to come on my campaign trail. They would rather reduce my votes. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter which party you belong to. It matters what your principles are. For me, Kennedy should never have gone on that campaign trail. For Baomia losing, my brother, my sister, indicts all these people. None of you was able to help Baomia to rise to that level. They voted against him with all your campaign and all your support. So what kind of support did you give to him at all? Do you stand any chance on your own? That's the big question. Now today we are hearing that some 5 million Ghana cedis changed hands. That's why Kennedy probably jumped on the campaign trail. 5 million. He took it. Did he sell out his principles for 5 million? Is he that cheap? 5 million. The Kennedy that I know, 5 million shouldn't be a threat to him. Was he that broke? 5 million Ghana cedis, not even American dollars. And it made Kennedy change his mind about not voting and even campaigning for Baomia. 5 million? Oh, what a shame. 5 million. What is that chicken change for? I don't have that, but that is chicken change as compared to my principles. Under no circumstances would I accept 5 million Ghana cedis to change my principles. If I change my principles, then I change them because genuinely I believe that they have outlived their welcome. To Kennedy, I'm not going to pass any judgment. We are waiting for you to come out and tell us whether you truly took 5 million Ghana cedis to change your mind and your principles. This is a big indictment. This is not the Agyapong I know. The Agyapong I know loves money, yes. But he likes to do business and get his money. Does this give any credence to what Kwesi Nyantakyi said, that his mouth needs to be sealed with a bribe money from Sheikh Atani? Does Agyapong accept bribes like this to cheaply go back on his words? Is that how cheap Agyapong is? I want to know. If this is true, then I am truly shocked. 5 million Ghana cedis, cheap money like that. How much is 5 million Ghana cedis? How much is that? It's about 50,000 American dollars, am I right? No, yes, about $500,000 American dollars. 500,000 American dollars, less than that. Canada, Japan didn't have that. He didn't have it. So all the money that he boasts that he has, all the cash that he claims he has, is it a hoax? Is it a lie? Could a mere 5 million Ghana cedis make him disappoint all of us, the fans of his strong principles? I remember Kumchacha was also angry. And I remember Kennedy Japan telling me this, that Kumchacha is also angry, but I'll talk to him. My brother, my sister, should we sell out our principles? Should a man change his principles just because he has seen money? Can we trust such a person to be a leader? Oh, money moves the world. So you take money anytime, anyhow, and anywhere. Then I don't belong to this world. Kennedy, with all love, I know you are on your campaign trail. Please find time to address this, because this is demeaning. This is shameful. If it is true, then I'm sad. Now the next thing I want to look at is also taken from Ghana, wherever. And it says, and it's beautiful.
This is 3FM.
Details of Wontumi's alleged phone call with Forestry Commission Deputy CEO. And I read, now the Deputy CEO of the Forestry Commission, Acheampong Kotoko, has opened up on a phone call he got from the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Siakun, also known as Chairman Wontumi, who has been slapped with 6 criminal charges over the illegal mining allegations against him and his company, Akunta Mining Limited. Now, speaking in a recent interview on Joy Prime, Acheampong Kotoko indicated that the phone call came after the security officials busted people engaging in illegal mining at a site that belonged to Akunta Mining Limited at Samriboy in the Western region. He said that to date, he's still trying to understand why Wontumi called him after the incident at Samriboy, which is in the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve. I'm still wondering why Chairman Wontumi called me one day after the Samriboy incident. Something I never spoke about. Wontumi said, "Hello, Acheampong. This is Chairman Wontumi." I said, "Ha ha." He narrated. Now, the Deputy CEO claimed that the NPP regional chairman thought it was going to be a friendly conversation. But after realizing that Acheampong was in no mood to entertain him, Wontumi became frustrated. He added that Wontumi then offered to meet him in Kumasi. He quoted Wontumi as having said the following words: "Oh, Acheampong, why are you doing this to me? Your boss is my friend. When are you going to come to Kumasi so we sit and talk?" Acheampong Kotoko suggested that Wontumi had a sinister motive, saying, "What was he calling me for? I never said this anywhere, but I have decided he has never called me, not even when I won my elections." Now, the Deputy CEO went on to say that he's not surprised by the legal challenges the NPP regional chairman is facing because he was alleged to be a kingpin in the Galamsey menace. Now, the import of this is very simple. If Chairman Wontumi claims that Acheampong's boss is his friend, then what kind of dealings did Wontumi have with Elikem's boss because he's just the deputy. If Wontumi was busily mining and desecrating the forest reserves, Summary boy, and the boss is his friend, can we logically say that the boss most probably knew about these activities, yet turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to these activities? Can we say that? It's almost like saying, Elikem, your boss is my friend, and me and him have a good relationship. Everything I'm doing is okay in his eyes. Why are you alone trying to give me problems? Can we call for an investigation into this? We all know that Chairman Wontumi is a very dirty galamsey guy. We all know how much gold he took around showing on TV. We all know the reports that came out and indicted him, from Professor Boateng. Yes, Professor Boateng, all the way through to the CID reports that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo shelved and defended Chairman Wontumi. Today I'm excited that Chairman Wontumi, in fact, is facing justice. The people of Ghana have suffered under the dirty NPP party. The people of Ghana have suffered under the regime that destroyed our flora and fauna, our water bodies and beyond. The regime that had thievery and robbery as its badge of honor. To Elikem, I don't know why it took so long for you to come out about this. Did you speak to the CID about this? My brother, my sister, I think it is time to investigate Elikem's boss, the boss of forestry. Is he in bed with Chairman Wontumi? If yes, is it only Chairman Wontumi is in bed with? Is it difficult to investigate? Does Elikem have a recording of this conversation? All these are questions that we need to be able to forensically deal with this issue. Anything to do with galamsey, my brother, my sister, the nation has to stand on its 2 feet and condemn. It doesn't matter which party is involved in that. I'll leave it here. Now the last thing I want to deal with is also from Ghana Web, and it's quite interesting. And it says, Owusu Bempah lashes out at Akufo-Addo government, NPP, for deceiving him with broken promises. And when you read the story, it's quite interesting. This is what he says in it. He says, some time ago we worked for nothing. We worked in vain. We fasted and prayed for nothing. They reneged on all the promises they made to us. Because of this, we had to make them go home. We needed to put them in a cage. Some were pushed into the forest. Now you make a promise to me and fail to keep it. I fulfilled my side of the deal, but you reneged on yours. Then the God of David would punish you. When you labor, you must enjoy its fruits, he said in the Tree dialect. He added that some people deceived me some time past. This time round, we are not going to suffer for nothing. If you joke, we will push your car into a ditch. And he went ahead to praise the NDC government led by John Dramani Mahama for keeping his promise. Now this is one prophet, one man of God who claims that he single-handedly can decide all elections in Ghana. He can single-handedly decide who the next president is. He believes in his prophetic and spiritual powers. Here, he might seem so arrogant. He says, when we put you in power and fast and pray for you, and you renege on your promises to us, we will push you back into the ditch. We will put you in a cage and throw you back into the bush. The president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, one time praised this man so much. We were told that he was his prophet. When he won the first elections, he was one of the few people he said thank you to. And the whole place exploded with cheers. All of a sudden, they fell apart. Not many people understood what was happening. I remember Reverend Owusu Bempah saying clearly how the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was going to be so beautiful and that Ghana will prosper. Unfortunately, Ghana didn't prosper. The regime was so dirty that he himself bemoaned the dirty nature of that regime. Today, my brother, my sister, he said the regime made promises to him and failed. And he pushed them in a cage back into the bush. Is it a way of threatening other governments that are yet to come? That if you don't speak to Reverend Owusu Bempah, there's no way you would ever come into power. And that if you come and you do not fulfill your promises to him, you are back into opposition. It's worrying to me in one way or the other. He was my classmate at Acheampong Secondary School, Kumasi. I love him. Anytime he sees me, he buys me lunch. I hope you understand that. I say, Blakk, I'll smile and he'll give me some good money every time. Because of that, I feel shy to even pass by his church nowadays to greet him. Those days, anytime I pass there, the pastors will quickly whisk me into his office to sit and wait for him. Give me a very good welcome. But I was always embarrassed. Hey, Blakk, Ubibi wa me home. Ubibi wa me home. So it will look like anytime you go visiting him, you are broke or you want money. So I decided that I would only appear at his programs outside his church, where he would not be able to dole out any monies to me. I love him. We were in the same class, and he's proud to tell his congregants and other people, oh, many Blakk Rasta and I were class back. Some who said they were being, many were being for in a classroom. That when people tell him that he doesn't have a classmate, he tells them, Mumbisa Blakk Rasta, my classmate. No. And some other people who don't like him have also attacked me. Say, Uni Owusu Bempah betina class moi. Then I wa kanya sasem o Blakk Rasta. But we know that it's a double-edged sword. It cuts in both directions and on both sides. My brother, my sister, I see some arrogance in this. And at the same time, selfishness. It's good that when we work, we eat. When we work, we enjoy the fruits of our hard work, what you call labor. But instead of having Reverend Owusu Bempah, unless it was not reported here, say, when you make your promises to the people of Ghana and fail those promises, we shall push you back in a cage into the bush. That would have made more humble sense to me. Rather than me. If the government comes into power when we pray and fast, and the government reneges on its promise to me, then we will push them back into opposition. My brother, my sister, I think we should think about the country first. If the government comes into power and is able to deal with the whole nation, make the nation prosper, and this government does not even fulfill its promise to me personally, it shouldn't be a problem. I don't know how many people think like me. If the whole of Ghana can benefit from a certain government, that is a source of happiness to me, even if personally I don't get anything from this government. It's not about me, it's about the nation. But Reverend Owusu Bempah seems to be saying, me, again, unless they cut out the part where he said, promise to the nation. Until then, I think that we should try and be humble. The powers that God gave to us, we don't doubt. But my brother, my sister, it is not about you. It's about the God you serve. And the God you serve is all about the people and not you alone. Am I making sense? I leave it here.